Hey, Tizio.
Going?
Hey, Tizio, how's it going? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you now.
Hey, awesome. How's it going? Hey,
Pretty
Calarian.
good.
Hi.
Welcome back. Oh, I am exhausted.
Is it just us two today?
What?
Is it just us two today?
No, I'm sure more people are jumping on. I don't know why they're going so slow.
Okay, that's I was like, oh man. I was like, did I miss something?
Well, I
Because I
posted a
saw.
message earlier that I might be running a little late, but I am here, so...
Gotcha. Yeah, I thought something was up, and then I saw the message that the stream went live. So I was like, oh no, I'm pretty set, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm just getting everything situated and letting the stream do its thing while we wait for everybody to show up.
During this time, is the stream able to hear us or no?
Yeah, stream should be able to hear us. Do you have
Oh,
something
okay.
personal
No,
to
I just
talk
wasn't.
about?
Oh no, I wasn't. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah. I just have the splash screen for us being right back on right now, so. Eva,
Levels.
what's up? Hey, Talum.
Hey guys.
Well, while we give Perry another minute or so, because I think he said he might be running late too, right? I'm gonna go grab a cup of coffee real quick because I need it. So we'll start up in like about 5 minutes or so. Awesome. How's it going, Todd? I appreciate you telling us you can hear us. Sorry, we're just getting a little situated right now. Tell him, do you know if Perry's running late? I know he said he was out doing stuff.
Talum is muted and deafened.
Yeah, he apparently is. Interesting. Very strange. He might have done it on purpose. We can, yep. Okay. Apparently my printer wants to freak out. Just give him another minute or so. Because if I recall, a couple days ago, Perry said he might be traveling and he thought he'd be good to show up on time. Yeah, said he's currently in Colorado. That's fine. We'll see. Ella said he's going to be a little bit late too. Talum's not on roll 20 yet, so let me get him on there. Oh, cool. Yeah, they are supposed to get a lot of snow. That's what they were talking about earlier in the week, but hopefully he has an internet connection. Talum, I don't know if out of game you have other ways of contacting him or not. Okay, no problem. Well, I can take care of his, Nice. He showed up, he's alive. So sorry for the delay, everybody on stream. We appreciate your patience. We're just trying to get everybody situated in. As I sip my coffee.
Okay, I'm officially here.
Hey. Okay. Well, we can start up. Perry's gonna jump on. Not a problem. So, the last we left off, the group of you had a bit of a run-in at the Greyland Villa, where you came across a horrific bloodbath of individuals, which you later found out were to be a offshoot faction of Zentarum, who seemingly were in the middle of overthrowing the villa itself, murdering innocent civilians along the way. A large battle ensued upstairs on the second floor of the villa, where you guys were able to work together with your resources to actually capture Erstal Floxen alive. And with a bit of conversation between the lady of the manor, Yala Greylund, you stated that you were there for the purposes of possibly trading or setting up some kind of agreement between them. However, with situations being the way they were, it just didn't seem to be an appropriate time to talk about such things, and so you all had decided to leave the vicinity for the time being. Surprisingly unnoticed, the group of you left through the backside of the manor just as the city watch and city guard began to rush to the complex, having heard from the nearby citizens that something was surely afoot. After which you all went back to your manor in Trollskull Alley and deliberated a little bit as the night started to encroach. You all found out that Floon had not shown up for work this evening, when he's normally always there and first to be on the scene to help things out. Some conversations happened, and the group of you decided to go swing by the rundown shack near the trades ward where you had last quietly traced Floon as he was leaving for an evening after work. You came across this one-story windowless building of sorts that appeared to be completely inhabitable, just by the exterior look of everything. Taking a few moments between Eva and Tizio, you managed to pick the lock barring your entry into the building, to find that it was extremely rundown and in disuse. After some careful investigations, you notice that there was an actual trapped door in the center of this room, leading into a wide chasm below, about 60 or so feet down. Debating amongst yourselves whether or not you would proceed forward, Tizio started to tie off a couple ends of rope and feed it down this chute, as there were no visible signs of ladders or any kind of rope or anything below. And that is where we currently pick up, as it is now quite late in the evening, and the group of you decide to stand there and determine whether you're going to enter into the building or not, while Calarian remained behind at Trollskull Manor to help Vanessa and Kelso out with serving of drinks. So, what do you guys wish to do?
By entering the building, you mean go down the trapdoor, right?
Correct.
Do I know what they were doing?
Say again?
Do I know what they were doing, or am I completely oblivious?
You were aware that they were heading to Floon's house.
Pat?
You guys hear me all right? I just got a new computer. So.
I can hear you now.
Should we go pick up Calarian for the shenanigans?
There's nothing wrong with splitting the party.
How far is the travel between here and Trollskull?
Just walking at a casual pace, it's about 30 minutes.
Well, I could probably send a message with my bird. That would cut down one way. Or bat, I guess.
Could let him know. I'm not sure if he'd approve.
Entering part, but once we tell him, kind of like that it's just one path going down to a secret doorway, maybe that's an exception for him.
I'll write up a quick message and send it on its way.
Okay. You release your bat into the night air, directing it to head back home.
How busy is it in the tavern?
There were, at last count, about 12 to 15 patrons, obviously not counting any of your employed staff.
And the employed staff, since food didn't show up, it's just the
Drake
halfling and the cook
and Drake.
the guard.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna tell. Was it named Vanessa?
Vanessa is one
halfling-
of them. Yes, they're both halfling, actually.
Oh, the cook is halfling too.
Correct.
Oh, all right. Oh, he's human for some reason. All right, well. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna tell Vanessa to hire another server.
Okay.
Check him out. Let me know the cost.
Okay. I mean, she would turn around and ask you, like, right now, do you want me to leave and go try to find somebody?
No, not now. Like later, like hours.
Sure. I can try to see if there's anybody else I know that's looking for work. Hopefully, we can bring them in tomorrow.
Cool.
Well, so it's going to take a few minutes for your bat to make its way all the way back to the house. In the meantime, what are you guys doing?
There aren't like any guards gathering around where we are or anything.
Make a perception check.
That would be unfortunate.
Okay. Standing within the dark interior of this shack of a house, you kind of peer out through the door since there are no windows. While the street itself is illuminated, you see a couple passerby that just seem to be minding their own business, not necessarily avoiding the place, but also almost pretending as if it doesn't exist. You don't see any guards walking by at the moment.
I guess while we're waiting, then I would ask Perry if he's heard anything about the steam machine piece that he was looking for or whatever. I don't know how much my character actually knows. He asked that detective for.
Perry, I think, who was it with you? Was Ellis the only one with you when you asked Vincent to investigate about the missing cog?
I don't think anybody was with me, actually.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
When did I think we were just doing like random stuff. I went and hired him.
I believe you're right. Yeah, and that was only about 3 days ago. So, I mean, I would say you would know that he went off to go see Vincent Trench. You don't know what the particulars of it were, unfortunately.
I mean, to be fair, I've talked about the machine in front of the group before.
You did.
So, Perry, I know you went and talked to Vincent a couple days ago. What were you looking for?
Well, there's this piece to an ancient engine. It's under the port Denali. And well, my father was tasked with repairing the engine, but unfortunately, the piece that is required to help it start up is one of a kind, and even the great craftsman such as my father is unable to recreate it. So now I have to find it, and last I heard it was somewhere in Waterdeep. I'm hoping that Detective Private Eye will be able to locate the collector.
Did he seem confident? Or
Well, he always seemed confident, so it's hard to judge him.
I see. Well, hopefully he can help you find it, and I'm sure we'll be happy to help you recover it, assuming it's hard to recover. Maybe it'll be as trivial as going and purchasing it from someone.
Yeah, who knows? The sooner the better. I'm not sure the corrupt government will be very patient.
Is he in danger if he doesn't repair it in time?
I think the implication was there.
Hopefully Vincent doesn't take too long.
So, as you're rushing around Clarion trying to pass out food and drinks to the various patrons in here, it's not an overly busy night like it was on grand opening. The flow of things here seem to find a happy medium, especially with the way the staff is. So you're starting to notice a couple regulars that have been appearing after the first couple days of the opening, just seeming to enjoy the atmosphere and enjoying the music and things of the like. And then you notice that as one of the patrons end up leaving for the night, they kind of step back startled, and you look over in that direction. You see what appears to be a bat flying right into the center of the tavern, just kind of lands on the bar table in front of you. You can see that there's some kind of parchment or something wrapped onto it.
I'm gonna squeeze the life out of it. No, I'll grab it.
Okay, yeah, you open up the letter, and it's a quick scribble from Talum that says, what does it say, Talum?
We have entered Flood's house, and we found a 50-foot trapdoor column thing with no obvious way down, with what appears to be some sort of room at the bottom. Would you like to join us?
Please circle yes or no. Do you like me? Check this box.
I'm gonna circle or. Yeah, I'll go. I'm gonna tell Vanessa, do what you can and give her. And Well, he'll give all my employees an extra like 2 gold, just for inconvenience sake.
Okay. Yeah, she grabs onto it and she's like, "Oh, I mean, I understand. I wouldn't expect you to have to be running the bar all the time anyway. I mean, that's the whole point of the staff. But do what you got to do." And you gather up your belongings, and within a short amount of time, you start racing your way towards the trade ward to the possible location where Talon had mentioned Floon's house was.
So I know I didn't specify this, but if it would it have been possible to like make it so the bird kind of led him where he needed to go?
You can certainly have instructed it to do so.
Okay. That way he doesn't end up lost in Waterdeep for the next.
Easy enough to do. So, yeah, so, periodically you're able to check in through your bat's eyes and see if Clarion is making any progress or received your letter. And eventually, after about maybe 10, 15 minutes or so, you get confirmation that he read it, and that you can see now that he's currently in the process of following the bat as it just kind of hovers over its head out within the city itself.
Well, he's on his way, guys. So should only be like a couple more minutes.
Is there anything you guys are doing in the interim, or are you guys just kind of like loitering around till he gets there?
Maybe preparing some way to get down, some ropes or something. I think Tizio was talking about that last time. He was tying ropes together or something. I can't remember for sure.
Yeah, we gathered everyone's ropes and to climb down.
We go over like what kind of tunnel it is, like it's a dirt or stone.
Make a perception check for me.
Hotel internet. Give me a second.
Yeah, no problem.
Everyone or just him?
And an orange. Here we go.
Nice. Okay. I mean, just looking at the overall structure, you don't have dark vision as a halfling, right? Or do you?
I do not.
Okay, so it's
Dark,
it's-
I'd probably do torch. Sorry.
Yeah, I had a light ball bearing, so just
that you did drop down there. That is correct.
Well, no, I didn't drop it yet.
Oh, you're just kind of hold. So there is light emanating within the room. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you know, Talum's just kind of clasping onto the light source, and you're taking a look down into this hole. It doesn't appear to be man-made or anything. It appears to be like just dug out, and right beneath the floorboard where the trapdoor is revealed, it's a straight shot down about maybe a 5-foot wide, rough square shape that just travels straight. And from what you can tell on the side walls and things like that, it just appears to be just various dirt and rock. And then after a certain point, maybe about 20-30 feet or so, it's just too much shadow, like it's encompassing the pit below. You're not entirely sure what the floor is made of.
No one here happens to know Mold Earth.
Can't say I do.
Eva, well, maybe about 20 or so minutes of you guys waiting around. I would say if you're kind of like leaning up near the door or something, you would hear the faint sound of what sounds like in quick succession, a lot of metal being rubbed together, almost as if something heavy was moving quickly in your direction
From
from
down
outside.
Like from down the street.
Yeah. And within a few moments, you can probably see, if you just kind of peer out through the door, you are able to see Calarian kind of weaving his way through the not overly crowded but still populated street.
Oh my god, you said something. You said something metal moving towards us, and I thought it was Nimborites. Looks like Calarian's here.
Yeah. Hi.
Oh,
Welcome
Well
to the
done.
party.
Thumbs
is
up.
you okay?
You broke up, Harry. What did you say?
Is the inn doing all right? I know it was getting kind of busy.
Yes, we'll survive. Hiring another staffer.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Guess we have doubts about Floon's return. So
Well, I mean, take a look around here. It really doesn't look like someone actually lives in here.
well, we'll figure it out.
Up for a little urban spelunking?
We have to go in the sewers again.
I think. Well, how deep are the sewers normally? Are they normally like? I think you said this one was about 50 feet down. I can't remember.
From the last time you traveled into the sewers in the North Ward, you went down about 40 feet or so before touching bottom.
It's highly likely we're going into the sewers again.
Ooh. I just washed my armor.
And I can wash it for you again.
Oh yeah, you did it last time. Never mind.
So, as you all kind of stand there clustered into this dusty interior of a house, what are you guys trying to do? Who's going down? Who's doing what?
I imagine we'd all be going down.
Do we have a good way to secure the rope, or do we have to figure that out?
I'd say you're able to manage something, whether it be onto a. You can find an anchor point. There, like the
I've got
interior
a-
walls are not like completely perfect, so you can find like a stud or something that you can tie off into.
I have a couple pittons, if that helps.
You have a
secure the
pipe. I
rope.
have some pythons too.
Yeah,
I
I'd
suppose
like-
I can go first because if it's gonna fall because of weight, I'm the heaviest. So
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So
We have a
I'm also the-
volunteer.
I'm also the tank-like thing.
Okay, so we got Calarian going down first. You all kind of stand there.
After we secure it,
Of course.
we're just gonna drop down with an empty rope.
Leap head first. Dive
Oh.
down.
I'll hand him a couple pittons in case he wants to try to put them in as he goes down to maybe help secure the rope a little.
Okay.
All right.
Nice. Okay, so
You should probably give him something for dark vision too, because I believe he can't see.
That's true. How about one of those fancy
Dragonborn?
ball bearings?
Yeah, I'll hand him my ball bearing as well.
okay.
I should just get like one of these on a necklace or something.
No, they only last an hour, and I can only have one at a time. It's kind of complicated.
Well, okay. Maybe I'll buy one or get one made for that dude.
Ooh, permanent light spell. That'd be cool.
Okay. So as you attempt to tuck the light source into your armor or hold it in some which way and still try to essentially rappel or slide down this rope here, just go ahead and make a general athletics check for me.
Look, we didn't level up last time, did we?
No.
Nope.
Okay. I don't know my advantages on.
That's fine. 15's a good roll. So yeah, so you all stand there and you watch as Calarian and this light source just slowly make their way down the tunnel 20, 40, 60, 70 feet before touching bottom. And you can see now that he is just standing on what appears to be some kind of wooden platform. And as you were going down, you're able to kind of jam in a couple of pittons and then just loop the rope around it as best you can to make it a little bit more sturdy or get some kind of footholds. As soon as you touch bottom, you look around and 3 of the walls are just immediately right there in front of you. They're completely stone and dirt in a mixture of the two. And as you turn around behind you, you can see that there is a long chamber completely covered top to bottom on all sides in what appears to be some kind of wood or material of some sort, and it just extends out maybe a good 40, 50, 60 feet or so.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm gonna die.
That is a lot of words. Yeah. Aside from the light that you're holding on to and it's kind of refracting into your eyes a little bit, I mean, it's hard to make out any good details or footprints or any kind of dust or any shadows or anything out too far in the way, but you, for the time being, feel like you're alone down there in the bottom of this shaft.
What do you see down there, Calarian?
Nothing.
Well, who's next?
Here we go. Athletics.
No, because he put the pittance in there, you guys don't have to make those checks. So you guys can slowly start shimmying your way down the rope ladder of sorts that you have made for yourselves, and within a short amount of time, you can all gather at the base of this platform. So give me 1 second to move you guys over there.
What's up, Alice?
Did it not paste? The best.
Roll20 is the best software, I agree.
It is. I was moving your tokens over so you didn't have to drag and drop them. Oh, and then it did it twice when I loaded it back in. That's awesome. Alrighty. And now I can drag you over to that map. Let me know when you can see it.
We can see it.
Perfect. Now, the map's not perfectly to scale. I think every square is 10 feet in here, but this is a relatively large chamber, and it's for visual reference, just so you guys have a general idea of the layout of the area. But most of the stuff will be just descriptors that I give you.
Gotcha. So the room we're in is pretty empty, right?
So currently, you guys are standing in a very long corridor. You haven't even reached the room that I have your tokens dropped into. And for those of you with dark vision, you can see just up ahead, there appears to be a widening of the space you guys are in. You can't make out too much detail at the moment, but feel free to roll a perception check for anyone with dark vision.
I'll go ahead and look through my bat for most of the...
You got it.
Just realized I should have taken a short rest while we're waiting.
Well, because I believe you guys would have had a short rest from when you guys went back to Trollskull Manor earlier in the day. I know Ellis had healed up as well. These tokens are just from the last battle with the Nimble Right, so you can short rest and heal up if you need to. I think Ellis was at full health already. Okay.
I believe Eva gave us that thing where it's like you add a D4 or something like that to
She
your hit
did.
die.
She did a song of rest. So if you were taking a short rest, you can also roll a d6 one time.
Yep.
Nice catch. Okay, so Eva, Tizio, as you were standing there within this tight corridor, and you guys are having trouble trying to stand shoulder to shoulder as not to press too far into the chambers beyond. Um, you can faintly make out what appears to be some kind of pedestal or altar of sorts within what appears to be a larger chamber ahead. The surrounding area itself gives off a very stale must, or like moldy and dust, like walking into an old attic that hasn't been aired out in a very long time.
I'm gonna move up and look around the corners just to kind of see if there's anybody in there, if it's empty.
Okay, so you walk forward maybe a good 30-40 feet or so, and now you're cresting past the threshold into this larger chamber. And as you look around now, you can see that along these walls there are what appear to be 3 wooden doors. They completely solid, like a dark brown oak, with what appears to be like this interlacing metal um, brackets that are holding the door, almost like solidifying it a little bit. No handles that you can see, but you do notice that each of the doors have what appear to be like a small slot or something in them. And as you get closer to the center of the chamber there, you can see that on this pedestal in the center of the chamber is some sort of bowl.
Can we? Is it? Because I know upstairs it was really dusty and whatnot. Down here, is it? Am I able to easily spot paths anyone would have taken?
Make a perception check for me. Okay. It's rather dark in here, and it's not entirely easy to make out a lot of patterns or foot traffic, especially with everything kind of just shading from blacks to grays. To the best of your ability, you feel pretty confident that you're not seeing any other tracks or footsteps currently, like anywhere in the area, pointing to any general direction or possible foot traffic in a recent amount of time. Everything appears to have the same layer of dusting over it.
Abe is going to cautiously approach and then examine the bowl, try and figure out what the heck that is.
Okay. Make an investigation check. Nice. So as you step into the room and you get closer, you see that within this bowl are about 45 gold coins. And you look at them, and It's just a pile of gold coins just sitting in this very old wooden bowl. Appears to be hand carved of some sort. Um, Looking directly under the bowl, you see what appears to be some kind of piece of parchment or something that is just like kind of resting, like laid out, and then the bowl is sitting on top of it. And then with that investigation roll, you notice that underneath the parchment appears to be maybe some kind of etching or something on the altar itself, or the pillar.
There's an etching. Is it like? Can I read it? Is it a recognizable language?
No, it appears to just make it's hard to tell. You barely make on the edges of the altar these etchings at all, and a lot of the parchment in the bowl covers it up. So without removing it, you can't really tell if there's any kind of design or pattern to it. But you see that around the edges that are not covered by the parchment, it appears something was scratched into the stone altar.
It's a bowl of gold over here. Does that mean anything to anyone?
Is there any?
Swear jar.
Is there any writing on the parchment?
There appears to be. A
Can I-
large portion of it is covered up by the bowl.
From what we can see, can we read it? Anyone?
Yeah, it's written in common, and as you kind of peer down on it without touching it, the words you would make out, I would say, are diagonally through the door, exact change. The rest of it's really hard to read because it's either blocked or covered in some way.
And what else is in this room? 3 doors, right, or something?
Yes,
Guys, I know this is gonna be like a stupid question, but can we like light a torch or something? I can't see for shit.
We have a couple torches, I think.
Perry lit a torch.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
my eyes were closed. Okay, never mind. All right, we're all good.
I love
Makes
that
a big
list.
difference.
Afraid of the dark there, Alex?
I can see now. On your way.
Does it look like? Are there like torches on the wall or anything, or is it just like unlit torches or anything?
So as you take a look around the room, with your light sources now illuminating the rest of the chamber as the rest of you kind of filter in, there do not appear to be any kind of sconces or braziers or anything like that within this room. And now you can all see very clearly there are 3 doors, one to the north, east, and south of you. They all appear to be closed currently. None of them have handles, and each of them have what appear to be like maybe a 1-inch by half-inch slot where a door handle would normally go.
I grab one of my gold pieces. You said it's gold inside the bowl, correct?
Correct.
I'm gonna grab one of my gold pieces and drop it in there,
Okay.
or place it in there, I guess.
Yeah, you drop a piece of gold in, and it clatters in with the rest of the gold that is now shimmering off the firelight that you guys are holding before you. Nothing happens.
Did we try like pushing on the doors? Like, I'm assuming that they're solid, but if no one's touched one yet, I'll just try and push one and see if it opens.
Okay. Yeah, you approach which door?
The north one.
Okay. Yeah, you gently lean up on it and apply some pressure. It feels firmly in place.
Does it look like there's some sort of mechanism that would like kind of detect weight or something in the bowl, or under the bowl?
Make an investigation check.
Can I try and take a gold piece out of the bowl?
Okay, so you're trying to take a gold piece out?
Sure, maybe the same one Perry put in there.
Okay, yeah, you reach into the bowl for the gold coin that Tizio dropped in. You're able to extract it. Um, Tizio, or Talum, you get as close as you can, and you carefully look at this entire setup, this rig, and you're thinking like, okay, is there some kind of like depressor or lever or some kind of counterweight to make sure that the thing doesn't sink in or release? And you feel pretty confident, and it's confirmed when Tizio dropped his gold coin in there. There doesn't appear to be any kind of weighting system.
I'm gonna take one of the golds out of the bowl and put it into the slot of the door. Like, will a coin fit in the slot of the door?
You hold the coin piece and you bring it over towards the door. Yeah, it looks like it could fit almost exactly.
I will put a gold in the door.
Just one of the gold from the bowl.
Yes.
Okay. I need
Oh no.
so this chamber in itself is maybe about 15 by 15 or so. You're all pretty basically in here. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw for me. Ooh, look at all them
20s.
20s.
So far, so good.
Oh, combo broken.
And I think we're
Which
missing...
door did she put the coin in?
The northern one.
Okay, nice. So everyone but Tizio, you all kind of like step back and then hold your breath momentarily as the coin is dropped into the door, and you hear it clink and fall down. And then a slow green mist begins to start pouring out from underneath the doorway, just in a quick succession that starts to billow across the entirety of the room before it starts to dissipate. Tizio, you take... I can't roll, apparently.
80d6 damage.
6 points of poisoning damage as you momentarily inhale and start to cough, and then just realize that everyone else seemed to quickly grab a hold of their breath.
Shit. I guess it meant when it said exact change.
And then you watch as the gases and fumes start to slowly reach to the bottom of the floor and dissipate off.
Am I able to get the parchment the rest of the way out from under the bowl?
Sure.
I was gonna say, can we? It's not like it's not like very fragile, right? Like, can we try? Can I like try to like pull it from the bowl without lifting it, just in case anything?
Okay, so, well, tell him first. Are you trying to? What are you trying to do? Tell him.
Just try to like let's wiggle it out from under the bowl without like disturbing the bowl too much. I don't know.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Oh, so since you're both essentially trying to do the same thing, either both of you roll a sleight of hand check, or one can do it with advantage.
I'll just roll once, and he can roll once, I guess.
Nice. All right, this is off to a good start, guys. So, just you both start slowly tugging on the parchment, and you just kind of time it extremely well, and you both slip this piece of parchment off without even shifting any of the coins in the bowl. And as you peer down onto it, you can see the following. I'm going to post this.
It's a lot easier than having to type it.
Well, actually, I'm just going to paste it in the chat.
Yeah, I meant like me having to put it in my notes.
Yeah. And now that you are physically reading this piece of parchment, I'm going to go ahead and move you over. to what you can see underneath the bowl.
Ooh, this looks fun.
Oh. Oh. No, you can leave me out of this one, guys. I suck at math, and I'm even worse at doing math in the dark.
Now, like I said, you guesstimate that there were probably about 45 or so pieces of gold within this bowl. However, one is now missing. So you currently are short a piece of gold.
I think we'll have plenty to. I'll drop a gold there. Just
Okay, yeah, that's fine. If you're gonna drop a
Yeah.
gold in to replace it,
I'll
feel free
help
to do
him
so.
ensure that we put it wherever I took one from.
Sure.
Okay.
So
So
apparently screw up and draw on it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Okay, this looks like a fun puzzle.
There you go. So
So then, number in the middle seems like that's probably what we put through the door. If we're looking at it literally, no two spots can hold the same amount.
Is there just are these stacks different sizes? Like if this is what we're looking into,
these
in the
are
bowl,
essentially stacks of like, okay, so like for example, the top left one, if you were to put one gold piece on the top left, or 7 gold pieces in the top right. But essentially, you're playing Sudoku, and if you do it correctly, you'll know how many pieces of gold coins you're supposed to put into the door.
Okay, so we have to distribute the 1 through 9. And this is the only set of 3 boxes there are. There's no like other.
Correct. I know it's represented on the bowl here, but
Yeah.
this is on the pedestal.
Ah, okay, got you.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
So I think
So we have to use the numbers 1 through 9 to add up to 15 in every direction.
yes, I think that is what it is. I don't know the rule for that one.
1 sec.
Well, you're gonna play it now.
Well, this isn't exactly Sudoku because you only have one set.
You shush.
Are there actually rules in Sudoku for adding? Oh, we can move these.
Yes, you can. Sorry if I didn't specify that.
Okay, so this arrangement doesn't work.
So, as you guys are trying to work out this puzzle, what are you guys doing? Anything?
Watching them do this because I'm terrible at these puzzles.
This is from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, so
I didn't read it.
I am
I own it.
glad that I
no
get to use
peeking.
one
Well-
of them now.
Yeah, I feel like a 4 is gonna go in the middle. I don't know why, but I feel like a 5 is too big to go in the middle, but a 4 is just small enough.
I think a 3 or 4 is in the middle. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I agree.
But the 2 would
So
go
the
there.
9 can't go in a corner because then it takes part in 3 different. It takes part in a row, a column, and a diagonal, and we
Yeah,
don't have
sure.
numbers to make that work. So it needs to go in a middle cell on the side.
Yeah, so that would be 2 then. That would be 9, so that would be 6. 1, but then you need a 5, so that can't be that. Yeah, I don't think this is right either. Yeah.
For those
Math
of you
is
in
hard.
chat, feel free to shout out suggestions.
I didn't know I would have to think today.
This is what you get for saying I'm fired all the time.
Of course. So I don't think a 3 in the middle is big enough, but, well, I don't know.
Eva and Tizio.
Morgan.
As
Sorry,
the
I'm
two
just
of you,
scribbling.
yeah, as the two of you are standing there trying to talk to each other and assort these stacks of coins, you both hear a faint
Do you hear that?
I want to tell what side or like from where? Is it like down the hall?
make perception checks. Eva, the best you can tell is that it sounds like it's coming from the entryway, just about maybe 20 or so feet in from where this chamber leads. And as you kind of dart over there to look, you can see now that more than half of the hallway itself is currently being walled off by a large slab of stone that is sliding out from the side.
Looks like we're getting stuck in here.
Can we try and slow it down?
What are you guys doing?
Being bad at math.
The door is now completely sealed off your exit back the way you came.
I'm sure that's fine.
Dang, I was trying to find something to slow down.
15, 15, 14. Why is this puzzle so hard?
One sec, I think I have it. I'm just checking.
Talum, make a intelligence check.
It shouldn't be that hard. Oh, wait. Oh, then minus a proficiency bonus, so minus
Dang it, I don't
2.
have it.
18.
18? Okay. I mean, taking a look at this, math is a good focal point for a lot of different uses of the arcane. And you kind of have to slow down and think back to yourself, like, maybe working row by row might be the best solution, and maybe starting off in the middle is probably your best shot. But that 5 looks right. You don't know why, but it does.
It's done. I think.
Okay. So you finish arranging the pieces of coins, and you kind of step back to double check. Let me confirm real quick because I don't want to do it myself. Yeah, you feel extremely confident that this looks right.
Oh
Now-
man, I wasn't looking. I just got the same thing. So close.
So, you arrange the coins. What do you do?
Well, I mean, now we know the coin in the center is be fed through the door.
It's like we put 5 coins through the door, yeah?
Yeah, which door we want to go through?
That one.
Which one is that? What, Calarian?
Yeah.
I vote for the north one. At least we know it does something.
I'm sure they all do that, but yeah, let's go for the north one.
Okay. You deposit the 5 coins into the northern door
And hold my breath.
and hold your breath. And as you do, you hear a click as the door swings open. And within this 5x5 chamber, you see a large wooden box with what appears to be a very heavy padlock on it.
Does it have traps?
You can check it for traps. Make an investigation check.
Ava will help him check it.
Oh, 2 rolls. Sorry, not 3. 21 and 22.
Okay.
Since she was helping.
You feel fairly confident that it is locked but not trapped.
I will attempt to unlock it.
All right. Go ahead and make a dexterity check with your thieves' tools.
Can I aid her in that?
How do you
Yes,
aid
please
her?
aid me.
I point out with my lack of lock-picking knowledge how to pick a lock.
I would say no. Perry's nearby. I
Not your
imagine.
thieves' tools break.
Perry doesn't know how to pick a lock.
No,
He
but Perry's
doesn't,
a halfling and I rolled a
but
1.
Perry is lucky.
Oh, does he not have advantage? Sorry.
No, he doesn't
Yeah.
have advantage.
Yeah. Then yeah,
But-
go ahead and re-roll. Yeah.
That is both ends of the spectrum, though. It's pretty funny. Oh,
Ha,
Oh,
take
my
that.
God.
all right. You reach down and pull out your thieves' tools kit, and you look at this lock, and it appears to be. It appears to be a simple but sturdy lock. However, as you begin working on the tumblers and trying to find the right teeth to depress, there's a bit of a struggle to it. It almost feels like something reinforced this lock. But nevertheless, you grit your teeth and you press through, and you successfully manage to unlock this chest.
I will open
When you
it.
say
with
something
the-
reinforced, did it seem arcanely reinforced? Would you be able to tell that?
You can roll an Arcana check, Eva. Yeah, it felt like a spell or something magical was reinforcing the lock a bit. But you're not entirely sure what would have done such a thing. So, as you open up this maybe 2 foot by 3 foot wooden chest that sits here within this chamber. You see several things. You see that there what appears to be a either burlap or some kind of velvet-looking pouch. Looks pretty heavy, and then you can see that there also appears to be a scroll that is wound up extremely tight, and it appears to have been just tied off with a piece of twine or something.
I'll take the scroll and hand it over my shoulder to Thalum, and then I will look inside the bag.
Okay. As you pull the drawstring back on this pouch, you see that there appear to be 2 very sizable looking diamonds in there.
Somebody had a little bit stocked away for a rainy day.
You're not entirely sure at the moment what they would value.
Put them back in the bag and put the bag in my pack.
You got it.
I'll skim the paper, I guess. Since that's
The
what we
scroll,
can do. I guess, yeah.
make an Arcana check. Okay. Let me double check. Okay. To the best of your knowledge, just at a quick periphery glance on it, it is clearly a spell scroll of some sort. It will take you a little bit more time than a quick read to understand what is encoded on this page, but you feel very confident that it is a authentic spell scroll.
Great. I guess I'll pocket it then, because nobody else needs spell scrolls in the party. I mean, I'll say, oh, we found a spell scroll in a chest, guys.
Neat. What's the spell scroll?
No idea what it does. Don't have time for it right now.
Super.
Found 2 big diamonds too, but I don't think that's what we're looking for. Maybe try another door?
Yeah, you guys want to try south next, I guess?
Okay.
Okay. So what do you guys do? You see on the south and the eastern door they are still closed, and they still have some kind of coin slot within them.
5 gold coins, I guess.
Sure.
And we hold our breath.
Wait, should we close the door and like maybe it's like Aldi where like it spits out your coin like once you close it back up?
Oh, that's a good point. We could try, yeah.
So you try shutting the northern door?
Yeah, because that's just like a closed hallway, right? Like a 5x5 room kind of thing.
As far as you can tell.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Yeah, you pull the door as you allow it to close, since there's no real handle or anything to grab onto, and you watch as it shuts in place and clicks. Nothing happens that you could tell. But you reach back over into the bowl of coins and you grab 5 more dragons and you insert them into the appropriate slot.
Can I try to see where the coins go? Like listen in on the door when he's placing them in.
Sure.
Like I can't imagine this amount of coins having to be here every single time someone wants to go through this. Like it's a lot of money.
Make a perception check. 10. You kind of like press your ear up on it to listen in as he deposits these coins. They seem to rattle down through the door, and then you're not entirely sure. The rattling sound continues longer than what it would be if it were to just like drop at the bottom of the door. It sounds like it's rolling off further out of your hearing. but you think they're going somewhere. You just don't know where. Either way, the southern door unlocks, and you watch as it swings inward, allowing the group of you to pass. And you can see another long chamber that extends maybe about 60 to 70 feet or so to the south of your position. And as you kind of peer down the chamber, it appears to open up towards the end of it to a small square-like room. But that's the most you can see without heading down that way.
Do you guys want to try to open the other door or head on down?
Might be another chest.
Maybe. Should we close the door before we try to open the other one? Maybe there's like only one can be opened at a time kind of thing.
Ooh, smart. Yes, let's try that.
But then we'd have to use another 5 coins.
Yeah.
That's coins. That's coins we can pocket.
It's not that much gold.
Be well spent if we find another chest with this sort of
Yeah.
stuff in it.
Exactly. Or if there's something evil lurking behind one of these doors, you never know.
So what's the plan?
Has the wall behind us opened at all?
You take a look behind you. No. The chamber behind you, from which you came into, still appears to be shut. You definitely recall that there was a good maybe 50, 60 feet of space before the central chamber, but now that appears to have been cut in half.
Do you guys want to check the east door or head south?
Let's check it. I don't know if we need to close the southern door. Either way.
We can leave it open. What's the worst that can happen?
Death.
Yeah, but we won't be around to experience it.
Eva will take 5 coins and put them in the east door.
You got it. So following the same pattern, you deposit these 5 coins, and the familiar click allows this eastern door to swing open. And as it does, it reveals a very long hallway with where at the very end of it, you can see that there is a large double door of solid, what appears to be steel or iron. You're not entirely sure. And then maybe about 10 or so feet before that is another wooden door
Oh, like going north or south?
going north.
Do
Oh,
those doors look
So
like they
you
have
can
handles?
you see a door here that does have a handle. This door does not.
South or north? Or south or east, sorry.
North or east.
Well, north we know is just a room, right?
No, well, no, what I said was down this hallway, there's a door
Yeah,
right here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was talking about the first decision.
Oh, gotcha.
Say south.
One vote south. I kind of like the idea of south. I don't know.
Yeah, south.
Ellis, any thoughts?
What she said.
Okay. So you all slowly start pressing your way down to the southern hallway here within this dank interior. The faint sounds of just eeriness starts to wash over you as that dull white silence seems to press into your ears the longer you stay within this closed area, only breaking the monotony every now and then with the casual question from yourselves. You head further into this chamber, and as you approach, you can see that to the left of you, as you round that corner, there appears to be a large solid door. very similar to the one in the eastern chamber. However, this is one solid piece, and it does not appear to have any handles on it. It appears to be just almost like a wall barring your path. You
Is there
can
anything else in the room?
make a perception check.
Can I eat her?
Yes. Very nice. As you glance around the interior of this area, you notice that inscribed on this large steel slab. What languages do you know? I'm just kidding. It's in common. You can
I
make
know that
out.
one.
You can make out very clearly. It's inscribed on here is treasure room, but don't touch.
Sounds like just a suggestion to me.
Treasure room, don't touch.
Can your familiar touch it? It's not really a physical thing when he touches the door, right?
We could also try the mage hand.
Could try talking to it.
To the door? Sure. What do you say to the door?
You should probably ask for consent before touching the door, if anything.
Open, please.
No response.
Well, it didn't cost us anything.
I'm gonna start taking some time to cast detect magic
Okay.
while the rest of the party does stuff.
You all watch as Talum sits cross-legged on the floor in the center chamber there to the south. What are you guys doing?
You could try presenting it some gold to deposit. Maybe that'll cause it to open.
Can I
hold a
ritual?
gold coin
Can
in
I
front of it.
ritual cast identify on it?
You sure can. You also watch now that Perry sits next to Talum, cross-legged, and begins concentrating on his spell.
Oh, you are doing. That's what you're doing. My bad.
Well, he's casting detect magic.
Oh, okay.
Identify requires touch.
Gotcha.
But you're more than welcome to do so.
Yeah, I'll do. We can double team it.
Okay. So
I'm going to step into the corridor before he touches it.
Wait. Just to explain what's happening here, the treasure room door said not to touch, and you're gonna cast a spell with the range of touch.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm cool with this.
Sure.
Figure it out.
Okay.
EPK.
So seeing Talum, preparing his spell and laying out his components, and you see him pulling out his spell book, you get the idea like, oh man, that's a really good idea. I should just, let's try to figure out what this door is. And you kind of plop down next to it, and you start grasping your holy symbol, and then you all watch as Perry just places his palm completely onto this metal doorway. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw, Perry.
About to lose a hand.
He's got two.
Sorry, Tizu can make me another one.
Oh, let's go. Well, he has a reaction. Yeah.
Yes, he does. Okay. Your eyes are closed, so you don't notice it at first. And being a forge cleric, you are used to the sweltering heat of a forge, and it's comforting to feel that warmth next to your skin and as you're shaping, bending metal, and so you don't recognize it at first until the pain starts creeping up your forearm and you open your eyes to look, and the doorway itself becomes this scalding white heat. You instinctively pull away, but not before taking 8 points of fire damage.
Oof, must have a high DC.
Well,
Oh,
that's
I'm
not.
sorry. You're right. You did succeed. 4 points of fire damage. Sorry about that. Thank you for saying that out loud.
Oh,
I forgot to have it for you for succeeding.
perfect.
So, what do you guys do?
Well, that doesn't.
Following Talon's suggestion, I will hold up a gold coin in front of it.
Sorry, Perry. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
Okay. Eva, you hold out a gold coin in front of this door. No response.
I will waggle the gold coin suggestively.
Unfortunately, there doesn't appear to be any change.
I will throw the gold coin at the door.
Ding, 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 ding. Starts to roll back. Kind of hits you in the boot.
Any other ideas?
Can I check for like a? I don't think anyone's done it for like a, another like a hidden door or something like that. Perhaps a hidden path to get in
Okay.
inside of the door.
Sure. Make an investigation check for me. Nice roll. All right. So you kind of while everyone's doing this stuff and you're just kind of casing the room, as it were, you start rubbing your hand along the sides of this. The entire chamber and everywhere that you've been so far seems to have been made of the same um, wood-like material that appears to be like in some way fused together. Both the ceiling above, which is only maybe about 8 feet tall, and then, like I said, each of these, the width of these walls are only maybe about 5 feet wide, and you're just slowly tracing your hand along, and as you do, you can feel that the dust and dried off material that's slowly decaying over time just brush past your hands. And after maybe about 5-10 minutes or so, what you do notice is that there's appears to be here and here something that just doesn't line up with the texture of the rest of the room. It looks the same, but it doesn't feel the same.
And try and open it. I guess. Just slide it, push it,
Sure.
pry it
Pop
open.
Go ahead and make a dexterity check with your thieves' tools. Nice. You're actually rolling good tonight.
Oh shucks.
You take a few minutes and you take out your small tools and you start looking between the cracks of the wall, and you start noticing that there appears to be some kind of latch or mechanism behind the wood itself. And as you kind of slide in, almost like credit card style on a door, you lift up and you feel a latch give way, and a doorway appears where there was not one before.
I think I found something over here.
Yes, more puzzles.
People will walk up, and as soon as she sees 3 levers, she'll just go, "God damn it!"
So as you all kind of work your way into this narrow corridor, a couple things. You do notice again that while if the rooms themselves, you're starting to get the trend or something that yes, you are. And as you finish casting detect magic, you hear off in the distance Tizio shouting out that he might have found something. You sense a protective enchantment on this door, but you're not sensing anything else magical within the area.
Watch out, the door might be trapped.
And as you kind of work your way back up towards the pedestal, you're not detecting anything from there. As you brush past the lock that is now open and discarded on the floor, you do still pick up the faint trace of what appears to be some kind of magical essence that is slowly dissipating as time goes on. And you feel pretty confident that within all the spaces that you're walking around, you're not sensing any other auras other than the magical items that you or your allies carry.
Makes sense. Okay. I'll just keep concentrating that on the background, but...
Okay. And Tizio, as you kind of press your way inside of this chamber, you can see that it appears to be maybe only about 10 or so feet deep before it extends along, and you can see along the walls there are these 3 large stone-like levers that are all in a up position, and you notice that the room curves back around almost in like a U shape, and then you can, as you kind of walk over to the other side, you see a familiar latch, currently still locked, but similar to the one that you just released.
So we found another secret latch thing?
You basically found that there's this door here.
It circles around.
And this door
okay,
here.
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I misunderstood. 3 levers. Any markings or anything?
Make a perception check.
Someone want to help me look around? Yeah.
Help poorly.
I will give you luck. Harry is so lucky.
Oh, still.
We're not perceptive.
Okay. Best you can tell, initially looking at these levers, they all appear to be almost exactly like identical to one another. You're even though you have your light source up, it just with you and Eva and Tizio in there, and everyone's just kind of cramming in behind you. It's a little difficult for you to kind of make out any kind of writing or markings or identifiers at the moment. You feel a little overwhelmed with how cramped this space is. It feels like it's almost a space for only one individual.
I'm gonna pull the first lever.
Okay. We're gonna take a break.
Oof.
When we come back, we will proceed with what happens.
Sounds like a lot of dice to roll in the
I
background.
know.
The floor is now lava. I have to change the map. I need time to prep.
I mean, if the floor is lava, we all die. It's like 50d10 or whatever on the first round. It doesn't really matter.
It's crazy.
I see Alice can like use his claws to like hold onto the ceiling or something.
All right. So we're gonna take like a quick 10-minute break, real quick. Do what we need to do. When we come back, we'll see what happens. Which of what did you say first? The left one, the middle one, or the right one?
Most important decision of your life.
The left one.
Okay. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, we'll see what happens.
How do I sound, by the way?
You sound great.
Nice.
You sound fine. I don't know if it's something on my end or not, but like with you, like it keeps cutting in and out, but I'm not sure if that's me or something
He
else.
he was for me at first. That's why I had asked him what did he say. But lately it's been sounding just fine.
Yeah, I got a new laptop, so now I don't have to use my phone. It's a lot easier.
Nice.
Nice.
I'll see you guys in a minute.
I'm back.
Okay.
Back.
Samesies.
Hope you guys are enjoying this.
This is much fun. And I'll have much fun designing my new characters, the Lovers Kill Us.
Oh, I hope you don't die. I don't know who's more nervous, you guys or me. That seems more fitting.
I'm just waiting for the cube to fall off the ceiling or something.
Oh yeah, I totally have 3 of them.
Is the room oddly clean?
Which room? Oh, that is not more fitting. It's more mystery. Let's try this one. Ah, that's good. Which room, Talum?
What's up?
You said, is the room oddly clean? I said, which one?
No, no, I was just joking.
Okay.
Talum's not on the lookout for gelatinous cubes.
Oh, I'm back. I think I forgot to say it.
Welcome back.
I never left.
Let me double check something.
You or your chair? Okay.
Sorry, I'm back.
Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. So is that everybody? I think we're still waiting on 2.
I know how to clear out this dungeon real fast. We just call OSHA. All these traps have to be OSHA violations.
What's the guild for that?
I would imagine it's the Order of Magistrates and Protectors. Oops.
Man, it really annoys me we needed a hint for that math puzzle. It's so sad.
Sure, we would have figured it out. It was just
Yeah.
time sake.
Well, yeah.
I didn't see where the 5 was when he gave you the hint, so I would have had it like 10 seconds later.
And it's like, it's almost like too obvious because like the most numbers in that list add to 10, so like it makes sense the 5 goes in the middle, but like it just didn't click.
Oh yeah, that should have been extremely obvious in retrospect.
So it sounds like everyone's back, huh?
I think so.
Okay. So as you're all standing there in this rather cramped interior, looking at these 3 levers, you watch as Tizio just kind of walks up to the nearest one on the left side and just pulls it down. And as he does, there's this moment of tension. We all stand quietly. Go ahead and make a perception check, everybody.
When everyone makes a perception check, you know stuff's real.
Not
Okay.
sure we do know.
Eva and Ellis, the 2 of you hear, off in the distance, faintly echoing through the chamber that you guys have traveled, behind you, the sound of something, of what sounds like a grinding, of something shifting and moving. And then after a few seconds, it stops.
I will go and check the treasure door and say, might have been it.
Okay. As you rush back over and you peer into the hallway where the large metal door was, it is no longer there. And you can see that this hallway now extends down to about maybe 60, 70, 80 feet or so. And at the end of the hallway is another large metal door. But that's not what really catches your attention. What you see that's most enticing is the large pile of jewels and gold that seems to be shining on its own in the dark.
Looks like that worked, everyone.
You did it?
The door's open. There's another door, but there's a huge pile of gold in here.
Oh, that can't be good.
Yeah, it said it was a treasure room.
It also said not to touch. We're gonna try our luck with more levers.
Well, it said don't touch the door. I'm gonna pull the lever on the far right.
All right. Okay. You walk over from the left lever and you grasp onto the now far right lever. And as you pull this one down, it pulls down a little bit more slowly than the first one did. There was a little bit of tension in it. Now this time, for those of you who are standing very close to this area, which would be everyone but Eva, you all hear a loud, what sounds like a crashing sound, and then momentarily after, for those of you standing in the corridor, the large double doors directly at the end of the hall begins to open and continue open until they basically almost fold in on themselves inside the room.
Oh my.
What are y'all
These
doing? Are you
doors?
gonna come get the gold?
No, the doors directly to the east. Here.
Oh no.
Who would be standing nearby that area?
I thought you said most of the party was gonna be over there.
You're in that area, yeah. So I'm just
Tizia
trying
should be
to.
on the lever.
Yeah, Tizio's on the lever, so I'm just trying to assess who would be the closest to give him a perception roll to peer inside.
I mean, I'm standing where I'm standing. I don't know where the rest of the people are standing.
You got it. Make a perception check for me. Okay. As you peer into this enormous, like, scale wise on the map, not the same, but what you guys do see is, and I'll give you the actual dimensions. Hold on a sec. What appears to be, just on a best guess, a 60 by 70 foot chamber. And as you stand within the threshold and you kind of peer inside, a couple things you notice. You can see, almost directly in the center of this room, a large spherical object made of metal, like an entire metal sphere. It is massive in size, and it is currently suspended on, double count this, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? 2, 3. Yes, on 7 different chains. There are several different chains, all stretching to various corners and parts of the walls within this chamber. And they are all directly tied in to this large sphere in the center. And as you kind of look around the room a little bit and the light kind of enters in and spills into the chamber, you can see on the floor of every tile, not wood, but stone, what appear to be letters, all variously jumbled up in what doesn't make much sense at the moment. And every tile has its own letter.
At this point, Tizio, you might as well pull the last lever.
Might as well. And I pull the middle lever.
Okay. As you pull down on the central lever, Ellis and Calarian, you both kind of look behind you and you can see that the pathway that was once blocked, now the pathway that led you guys into the central initial chamber where the coins were, it begins to recess back into the wall, reopening the passageway and up the tunnel to where you guys came down.
Well, now if we need to run, it's all open.
Yeah, lots of options.
Sorry,
If you
Abel,
guys are
were you
still
saying
alive, can we
something
get
about
this
gold?
gold?
Like lots of gold?
So what are you guys
Yeah.
doing?
I guess we want to head over to the treasure room, I guess?
Okay. Who's all going into the room?
Harry will go in.
Okay. It's a long stretch of room. Like I said, it's about 70. Which room are you going into?
Wait, that's not the treasure room, Perry.
Oh, I thought it was the big room. Sorry.
No. Yeah. So, as you all start congregating through that entryway that had burned your hand, Perry, you can see at the far end, maybe about 80 or so feet in, what Eva had shouted out that caught her attention. This massive pile of various different treasures just scattered along the floor, all the way at the far end.
Can I use use an action to use the detect magic that I've been? Unless that expired. I don't know how long it's been.
It's probably been more than 10 minutes, so you'd have to ritual cast it or cast it
Aye.
normally.
Anything interesting besides golden gems in the room, like weird objects or anything?
Make a perception check.
Someone want to help me look around? Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
I can't roll better than that, so.
Yeah. Okay, so standing where you guys are,
Wait, I thought we went into the room.
Oh, are you? I don't know.
Well, I just.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't really know, actually.
Okay, so
if,
for
if Perry walked in,
clarification,
Eva would follow.
okay,
Yeah,
because
I would have walked in with Perry and Eva.
that's what would prompt you guys to the next roll, because Eva had already peered down the hallway the first time. So,
Yeah.
Tizio, Ellis, Galarian, what are you guys doing?
I'll follow him.
Ditto. Follow Ava into the treasure room here.
Okay. Tizio.
Same.
Okay. So, as the group of you start single file walking into this chamber, you get about halfway or so before Eva, Talum, you guys notice that at the far end, above the pile of treasure, another similar steel door and more writing appears on the door itself, but it's not discernible immediately. It just appears at first glance like a jumble of letters.
Eva's gonna shout back. Someone should stay back just in case that door closes.
That's
Then
pretty
wouldn't
smart.
we be trapped alone?
Well, you can go pull the lever and open it again.
Oh.
Theoretically. Although splitting the party is traditionally a bad idea.
Okay, so who's staying back?
I mean, it's not back far, it's just at the end of the hallway, right?
I'm sorry? What'd you say?
I was saying it's not back far, right? It's just back at the end of the hallway behind the door.
What is?
We're not passing through the next door, right? So the suggestion is just someone stays on the other side of the door that we opened to get into this room, right?
Right, I think that was your suggestion. So that's why I'm asking if is someone staying outside the hallway itself, or as you guys are filing into the chamber, who's not going in is my question.
It sounds like no one.
Sounds like we're on
So
the
yeah,
wall.
Perry's gonna go on. So
We all think about not going in, and everyone's like too curious.
Sounds about right.
So no one's entering into the hallway now?
No, everyone is going.
No, we're all
Oh,
going.
no
into
one's
the
You're
staying
all going.
behind.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me get a marching order for who's going in. Who's going in first, who's going in last.
Well, Perry was in front, then Eva.
I was somewhere there too.
Okay. Perry, Eva, Talum.
Looks like Clarion's down there as well.
Ellis will take up the rear, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'll be right in front of Ellis.
Okay, perfect. So you get into the chamber about 50 or so feet, and now you can all see that you're within this long stretch of corridor. And as you approach closer, Eva, Talum, go ahead and just make a general intelligence check for me. Roll d20, add your intelligence modifiers. Nice. Talum, you would pick up on it first. You would kind of be staring at this writing here on the back wall above this treasure and it appears to be backwards.
Can I scribble it down onto a piece of paper or something to reverse it? If I can't do it in my head, I don't know.
Sure, yeah, easy enough. And you take a moment and basically invert it, or as if you were like looking into like a mirror or something, and it just reads off. Only fools tread where they should not go. That's it.
Guys, there's another ominous warning here.
Does it say not to take the treasure?
It says only fools tread where they should not go.
Well, how do we know where we should not go?
I think the ship sailed on that one.
I don't know. Usually should not go is demarked by like big red X's or caution tape. I don't see any of that around. I'm sure we're fine.
Also, did you guys ever consider that maybe words are just words and that the wall is stupid?
True.
Well, I haven't been wrong yet.
What's on the ground?
On the ground, there is. It's hard at first glance to put a estimate on how much treasure you see before you. You see various rubies and crystals and all types of different jewels. You see a good hefty mound of gold dragons, different bits of silver inlaid within it here and there. You see what you think might be a couple silver bars. You see that there's a good handful of what appears to be like some kind of like green coins you've never seen before.
But it's all coins and gems. There are no items.
To the best that you can see.
How do we
Well,
gonna bag this?
I can't bag it all, I don't think, based off of the descriptions I'm getting.
Yeah, and even then, we probably shouldn't just yet.
Why is that?
Well, you don't know who this belongs to. Remember what happened with the paintings?
Has that really stopped us before?
It stopped us since.
Should it?
Or maybe we should find out who this belongs to first.
I mean, I already took his diamonds, whoever it is.
Exactly. Are there any gems that I would expect to be particularly useful for spell components? Maybe not for spells I can cast yet, but maybe just like stuff that's generally useful.
Make a. I mean, are you trying to like sift through the pile?
I'm maybe more detailed than the quick glance, but sure.
I mean, you would kind of have to like dig through the pile a little bit to look and see what is actually there, because you see a lot of things like just shining off of the light.
Yeah,
some
sure.
some jewels you recognize.
I'll dig around, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Make an investigation check. Nice. Okay. So, Talum, you approach closer to the pile of treasure, and you just kind of start, pushing aside various bits of jewels and coin that are there, just trying to look for any kind of material components you might have recognized that your master might have used, or things you might have read. And as you start pushing through the pile, you notice that your hand goes through it. And as soon as you touch onto the pile, there's a loud rumble and shake as the door behind you starts closing rapidly.
Can I try
Do I?
to?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, can I try to like hold it back or like try to escape?
I would say you can try to make a athletics check, as you and Ellis are like one of the close ones there. Are you just trying to jump through the door, like before it shuts all the way?
Correct. Yeah. Maybe. Now, does the door like swing out the way we came, or was it like a push-in door?
You don't know. You didn't see. But what you see right now is that the door is currently this. It's it's coming from above. It's slamming down.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll try to like to hold it up, and if I can't, I'll try to dive underneath
Uh,
to get out.
well, so
Would I have time to Misty step through it?
you would, as a bonus action, you could try to Misty Step through, but you are at the farthest end. What's the range on Misty Step?
It's 30 feet.
30 feet.
Oh, I'm at the farthest end. Okay,
Because you
I see.
touched the treasure, so you're about 80
Yeah,
feet
I
into the
got you.
corridor.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. That's fine.
So you either duck through the door or you try to hold it. One of the two. If you try to brace it up, you probably won't have the ability
Oh,
to just kind of give up and roll under.
that's fine. I'll try and duck through then.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Your choice. Okay. So so here's what happens. You look over and you see that Talon goes to like touch onto this pile of treasure, and it immediately starts to evaporate at his touch, and you hear the wall starting to slam down behind you, and you get the instinctive shit, somebody's got to get out of here idea, and you turn and you push Ellis to the side and you try to do a running slide, and as you do, you 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 roll and you begin to start pushing your way through the door. And as you're doing so, a large bit of your armor ends up getting like stuck on the door itself, and it starts to immediately get white hot on you. You take 4 points of fire damage from the door, but you just barely manage to get out and under it before it completely walls you off from the rest of the party. But you're on the outside of it.
And I'll quickly try to run towards the lever that opened it.
Okay. Yep. And as you do so, when you start rushing around the corner to head over that way, it'll take you a minute to get there. The rest of you that are inside this corridor, you actually start watching now as both pieces of metal slowly start, Star Wars style, closing in on both sides of your positions. You could have got trapped in there, but that would have been real bad. It just did the damage because it wasn't like a drop, just a sheer drop. It's on a mechanism, and he was close enough to the back.
So someone stayed behind, right?
I think Tizio got out.
He did, thankfully, and that's what's allowing him to rush back over. But as you do, Tizio, you notice that the door where it was is currently closed again.
Let's hope he finds that lever again quickly.
The secret door?
The secret door, both of them that you found are shut. Like, the door was there, but it looks like a sheer wall right now.
I'll go ahead and take out my thieves' tools, I think it was, and try to reopen it as soon as I can.
Make a dexterity check.
How fast are these things moving?
You figure maybe about 5 feet per round.
And we have how many rounds?
It's about 80 feet wide. It's closing in about,
So
in
16
total,
rounds.
10 feet.
Well, it's 5 feet on each side. So we
5
have
feet
8
on
rounds.
each side.
Oh, so 8 rounds.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a shame. Okay. Oh, I don't even have the right spell prepared. Never mind.
Well, thankfully, Tizio, you heart beating a little bit faster than with what's going on. You manage to find the familiar spacing between the wall, and you are able to thankfully unlatch it again. It seemed a little bit more difficult this time, but the door does swing back open, and you can see now that there are 2 levers instead of 3. One on the far left, one on the far right.
And none of them have moved. Like, are they still in the same position?
The central lever is missing, but there is still on the left side and on the right side 2 levers, but they are both in the up position.
And when I opened them, I moved them to the down position, correct?
You moved all 3 of them down, yes.
Okay, just want to be sure on that. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and that should have been the one on the far left. So I will pull that one down, or
Okay.
push that one down.
You pull it down, and the slow rumbling that you heard in the distance seems to have increased. But you're not sure. The rumbling gets louder from what you can tell. From inside the hallway where you guys are all standing, while it was moving slowly at first, it is now moving faster. But Tizio, you pull down on the lever, and you still hear rumbling in the distance, but you're not sure if that worked or what.
Okay, so these are doors, right?
They appear to be walls or doors. You're not sure. There's no
Okay.
handle on them.
I need to read something real quick.
What are you doing, Tizio?
There's a lot of words here.
I'll run back and see if it worked.
Okay. You run back over, and within the time it takes you to get over there, you notice that the door is no longer where it was, flush with this square room. It appears to be rapidly moving closer or further down the hallway.
Shit. And then I'll run back.
I need Perry and Ellis to make.
Well, if it's reaching us, I'm going to cast Reduce on the door.
Okay. Is that a touch? No, you just gotta look at it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets a con save if it's alive. I don't know if it's alive.
No, it's not alive. So okay, so as you can feel now the searing white heat getting extremely close to the group of you, Talon looks over at the door, and you all watch now as it's still approaching you, but then it begins to shrink, like immediately, and to the point to where you can see now that the gear mechanisms that were dragging the door forward are no longer holding this piece of metal in place, and it slowly goes to collapse inward as it's shrinking. Ellis, make a dexterity saving throw for me.
All right.
As the door is like falling down in your direction while it's shrinking.
Wow, an 8.
All right.
Could I
So
use my bonus action to like pull him back?
sure, I'll allow it. Yeah.
If he's willing, of course.
I mean, it's less that I'm willing and more than I'm not paying attention. So
we'll say for the purposes of it's your ally, it would probably instinctively feel like it's a willing thing, unless they
yeah,
purposely choose not to.
instinctively I'm attempting to dodge it. So if you're helping me, go
Yeah.
for it.
So and thankfully you feel yourself kind of jerk back about 5 feet as this door slams down onto the ground, searing the wood floor that's here in this chamber. But as it slowly starts to shrink and then cools, the other door behind you still moving forward.
Let's go.
We go.
Okay. Yep. And you all kind of just run past this now shrunken door and leap over the side of it. And you watch as looking behind you, you can see that eventually that rear door gets to a point where it just stops. And you guesstimate that would probably have been the center point where you might have been squished to death. Tizio.
Well, that was a pointless room. Just like hidden messages and old traps, and it was. Well, I don't know. If you're gonna put a room in a place, you might as well put some treasure there, you know?
Seems like everywhere we go, there's a room where Thalum shouldn't touch something.
We need to talk to the architect.
At least we weren't smashed. And you're welcome for that, by the way.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Let's
Suppose
go
it evens
find.
out.
Let's go find Tizio before he accelerates it. Well, I don't know what would have
Yeah.
caused you. We
So
don't know
so
that, but
Tizio, you would have seen the door still pushing inward, and I imagine you were running back towards the levers.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're probably currently like rounding the corner, and you see that the secret door is still ajar, and you go rushing inside.
I can't pull. And quick question: the door straight across that leads to that the larger room. Is that one still open or no?
Calarian's deleting his token. Yes, it's
Apparently,
still open.
backspace deletes your token. How did that know?
Control Z don't do, I think.
I don't have Control Z in here.
I got it.
You have
Uh,
Option Z.
Yep. The door
I
at the
don't use a
far end of
Mac.
the the door at the far end of the tunnel is still open.
All right. And is it possible to pull both levers at the same time? Like, is it within reach or?
It is not. They are about.
Okay.
There's a 5 foot gap between the two. But thankfully enough, as you're contemplating this, the rest of your party, you can hear them talking amongst themselves. Talum seeking gratitude for his work.
We're here busting my butt, and you guys are over here chit chatting.
Boy, we were being smashed.
I think you were busting our butts.
All of a
Told
sudden,
you
the
shouldn't have
door started
touched it.
moving faster. What'd you do?
I tried to help.
Tried is a good word.
Mm-hmm. It sure is. Told you not to touch the gold.
I don't think anyone said that
And
explicitly.
I'm just gonna open the door to the north.
Oh my god!
Yes.
No checks, nothing. We're just going for it.
You place your hand on the, which is odd. None of these doors in this entire enclosure have had a handle on them, but this one does. And as you depress your thumb onto the handle, this simple brass handle but familiar wooden door, like similar to the rest of the wooden doors within the building, it opens freely and swings inward. I will reveal it as soon as Roll20 lets me do the option. Oh, come on, Roll20, you're killing me.
Best software around.
What's in there, Tizio?
Bam.
Hang on, my eyes are adjusting.
Yeah, make a perception check for me. As you peer down this long corridor, the texture of the wood now turns into a more cobblestone style material, and it extends about a 5 foot wide, enough for a single person. The remainder of this entirety of this building have all been about the same height, 8 or 10 feet or so. Not terribly high by any means. You can see along the far wall a single lit torch in a sconce, but the hallway itself appears to be devoid of any patterns, symbols, anything recognizable. It appears to be just very sleek in its design and straight. You can see that it does round the corner slightly. Oh, no, I apologize. You cannot. Yes, it does. It rounds the corner slightly out of your view.
What'd you find down there, Tizio?
More hallways. At least there's a light down the end of this one. So maybe this is the way we should go?
I don't know. There's a compelling big sphere over there.
Let's not touch it.
Yeah, Talon, let's not touch
Yeah, but what if we
anything.
looked at it?
I'm all for looking at it.
The large central room.
Dude, that's still unlocked, right?
It is.
And it was just 7 chains holding a big metal ball.
And I will show you as you crest the threshold of the room, you actually see, like I said, on the floor, a large chamber of mismatched words. Or letters, I should say, not words. Just all over the place on this floor. And you guys are currently like standing like right here on the outside of the door.
Ellis, I think you were right. The words in this place are shit.
So let me actually drop your tokens on the edge there.
I
so
told
can
you,
see
walls
it.
are stupid.
You all can see the floor, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're fine. Give me 1 second. Let me drop your tokens in the appropriate spot. Because I forgot to do that. Oh, cool. As the map is
See a couple of school magic names in there.
Oh, you actually found words. I can't even do
Yeah,
that.
I saw. I found 2 of
Second
them
row from
so
the
far,
bottom's got necromancy. 2 up from that has evocation.
Oh, there we
and
go.
3 more.
Abjurations appear as
Abjurations across it.
I'm not going to put you in the room. I'm just going to kind of line you up on the outside. Directly, there's only one small path in, which is the double doors right here. And as you kind of look down, you can see the letters O and C. And like I said, directly in the center, like right about here or so, is a large spherical piece of metal that is like wrapped and bound in these thick, heavy chains that are just jettisoned in all different directions along the walls, suspending this sphere in midair above the chamber.
Oh, there's abjuration. Evocation. Transmutation.
Don't forget necromancy on the second from the bottom. Yeah.
There's probably a conjuration somewhere there.
There's divination.
You guys are really good at this. I cannot do this to save my life.
Oh,
There's
conjuration. Yeah.
conjuration.
There's 7, so we're missing 1. Well, there's
Illusion is in the second to last row, starting at the
Illusion.
second tile.
and depending if there's a graviturgy and or chronomancy or something.
Dunamancy is not listed here. No.
Enchantment.
Oh, so yes, you're right. I did miscount myself. It's been a long day. There are 8 chains, not 7.
Cool. We don't have to deal with graviturgy or something. Okay. Are we able to actually see these as characters?
The you can see as you stand there and just kind of peer into the doorway. Yeah, I would say you can see to the other opposite end of the wall. As characters, probably you wouldn't have like such a good visual perspective of the room as you're, at an angle. It's the distance. You're not entirely sure. You'd have to be standing in the center to make out the farther back section.
But we at least see like one of the words, like we might see
Oh
divination.
yeah, you could probably see like up to transmutation from where you're standing, just looking down at it.
Interesting. You guys have any idea what this indicates?
Schools of magic.
Are there
That's
any
true.
doors on the other end?
There are
There's
not.
Bimu.
And you said there's a giant orb. It's floating like in the air, correct?
Suspended by.
Well, not floating, but it's being held up.
Absolutely.
Wait, why is MIMA circled? Am I missing something?
Because Mima.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure.
So, what are you guys doing? As you all crowd around the hallway, peering in.
Oh, there's magic.
There's magic like 5 or 6 times, but
Well, okay, but that's the first one I found. Oh, there's another one.
is there?
Alright.
Like, do you think we have to do like a magic spell, or do you think we have to like step on them to like activate them?
Is there anything on the walls that would?
Make a perception check.
God, where's my character sheet?
Nice roll. So, as you kind of squeeze in between the group and you all take turns to peer inside because, again, narrow space. Perry, what you notice as you're kind of looking around the walls, the floor, just kind of taking in the whole scope of everything, you can see etched on the chains above. Each chain has a word that's kind of like etched along the links. One of them says divination. One says necromancy. One says illusion.
You have to maybe cast those schools of magic on the chains?
Maybe. I have some of those schools of magic. I don't have all of them.
I have probably none. That can really work.
Necromancy would be healing, I think.
Can I look at that? Can I look at that? Oh, is it like a plate? Like a pressure plate type thing?
Make an investigation check. Okay. As you kind of peer at the letter on the floor, it appears to be etched into the stone. Excuse me. It appears to be etched into the stone, as are all the rest of the letters strewn about on this floor. You feel pretty confident that this letter in particular doesn't appear to be some kind of pressure plate, but you look to the right of the O, and while it is etched in stone, it just ever so slightly looks to be a little lower than the O.
Does the one to the left of the O is the same thing as the one on the right?
No, it appears to be flush with the O.
The C is part of a word. So that kind of makes sense. Someone want to take a step?
I've taken 10 damage so far, so I will not volunteer on this one.
Hey, what do you need me to do?
Do you want to try to stand on the sea?
Oh, sure. I'll walk over and stand on it.
Okay. You
Just
all
a little bit of advice, Ellis. You may want to be on guard, just in case anything.
I'm always on guard. Literally, I have danger sense. Literally always.
let's see. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm scared.
I just want to pull up the right info. Yes, 10 red dragons. No, I'm kidding.
Easy.
This is when we wish we deployed the.
Okay,
Your floating disc.
you all stand there as you convince Ellis to step over onto the tile. Ellis, you step out into this chamber, and you can feel your weight depress down a little bit as you stand on this 5 foot square. And as you stand there looking at it, you kind of look around the room for a moment, and then you notice that the tiles connecting directly to the right of you, they start to, starting from the M heading directly towards you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as the tiles themselves begin to illuminate with this yellowish light.
No advantage, so it's just an 8.
Okay. You all stand there and watch as these sparks of electrical energy start bouncing from one tile to the next until it reaches Ellis's feet, and you feel this electrical charge shock up your system, and you take 3 points of lightning damage.
Well, that'll wake you up in the morning.
Are they
Ellis,
still lit
can you-
up?
They slowly start to fade after the initial shock, and then as you kind of stand there for a few seconds, you start watching as the letters start again from M to A to G, and is slowly starting to trail back up there again.
Ellis, you might want to step off of it.
Oh,
Ellis,
I
can you
thought I
jump
had
to the
already
eye?
stepped. Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't stand there if it shocked me that bad.
It was like someone, you stuck a fork in an outlet, and it almost felt like it was going to kick you back.
Yeah, that one. Can I just put my hammer on it and leave the space?
Yeah, you could do that. You step back into the hallway with your friends, and you place your maul on top of the tile. You watch as the tile depresses, but the same reaction doesn't occur.
Hey guys, you got some more heavy shit?
So the C was the lower one or the higher one?
The C was the end of the word.
No, but I meant when Tizio
lower.
looked.
Lower.
Oh god. I do not want to stand on one of the other ones then.
Yeah, what if we jump to the divination word path, like to the V?
I mean, there's a lot of... Maybe? I don't know.
Ellis, can you make that jump?
Roll an intelligence check, Dizio. I mean, taking a look at it, watching Ellis step on this, appears to obviously be a pressure plate of some kind, and comparing it with the O directly in front of you, you get the idea to grab his maul and just throw it on the O, and as you do, it doesn't depress at all. It feels solid.
Maybe the puzzle is to avoid all the words?
Yeah, but to get where?
To go touch the metal ball, of course.
Give me 1 second,
But
guys.
even if we avoid
Or-
all those,
Yeah, maybe if we avoid all the magic. If we avoid all the magic words, but we actually like do something with the other ones. I don't know.
With the schools.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe if we jump to like the divination and then cross into abjuration and so forth.
Yeah, it sounds like we can stand on O and C, or it sounds like we can stand on the O, because the mall didn't go down when you put the mall.
I believe he said though A wasn't like pressed in either.
Which
That's
A?
the A above the O.
Well, yeah, that
Because
makes
he
sense
said
because it's not part of a word.
DM, can I try and long jump onto the Eye of Divination in front of me?
Yeah, make a athletics or acrobatics, your choice. Nice roll. Yeah, you just kind of stand there and make this long jump of a leap, just coasting over and landing square onto the tile. And as you do, you feel the slight as your weight settles in on this tile and it presses down. And as it does, the letters immediately above you, it turns to this bright blinding white before it starts to become a dull white, and then it shifts down to the I and the V and all the way down, connecting the entire word of divination. Nothing happens to you, but it is now illuminated, revealing the entirety of the word divination. Simultaneously, as you do that, you can hear the twisting of metal, and as you kind of look up, one of the chains that are holding onto the sphere snap in half.
Oh no.
Hey, you wanted to get that ball down, right? I guess we just stand on all the words.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something inside of it.
he's gonna run through all the letters, isn't he? Or all the words.
Watch out for the word magic, but go for it.
What do you mean, word magic? I just sprint across
Oh,
the
no.
entire place.
Wait, what?
Well, okay, hold on. So, what direction do you go? Like, put your token on it.
Okay, so if I'm here,
You long jump to the Eye of Divination. Where are you going?
I will just. Well. Okay, really quickly, I'm actually going to
Or
Can
just
I
walk
take
down
one
2
step?
spots.
Can I take one step back onto this M to see if it shuts down once I step off?
Sure, yeah, you step back onto the M. The word divination is still illuminated.
I will run.
2 steps south, Ellis.
Yep. I will run. Well, yeah, from our point of view, I will run south.
Go ahead and move your token. Follow it along. So you run all the way to there?
I do.
Perfect. And as you do, as soon as you step off of divination, now you step on this E.
Wait,
What's
You
up?
would have had to pass the A in abjuration.
I think
though.
I think
He
he was moving
would've.
towards abjuration, right?
He
Or
ran
did he just
straight
go
down.
running all? Oh, he went through everything. Okay,
He
sorry.
went through
sorry,
everything.
Sorry.
Yes, he did pass through aberration and evocation. However, it is currently lit with divination. But as he gets off of the word divination and steps onto necromancy, Ellis, you watch as now this radiating green energy starts to pop up on your left and your right, and you watch as you can see now it starts to like faintly illuminate the room with this green lettering surrounding the word until it stops on the Y, and now you see the whole word of necromancy is now illuminated. As soon as
But past.
as soon
sorry,
as
continue.
no, you're good. As soon as the Y sparks into life and just crackles with its green energy, Off in the northern corner, another chain and comes crashing down and dangling against the wall.
Did anything happen when I passed through the letters of the other words?
Nope.
Okay.
Can I make my way over to the B then without stepping on magic? Just like
How do you do it? Okay. So, as you stepped here,
sure.
you watch as. Let me make sure I have this right. Because I have it labeled. Give me 1 second. Why do I see it?
Oh
Yep,
my
there it is. Yep,
god.
that's what I was looking for.
Homie.
Because I have it marked. So,
Autumn.
go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Sure.
Okay. You immediately see very quickly as from the top right corner out of your peripheral vision, this blue energy starts sparking and chasing you down in your direction, and you just manage to jump off of it, but not before taking 2 points of cold damage.
2? Okay.
Yeah. As you just leap off at the tail end of it, moving over to here, and you recognize, oh shit, I missed that. So where are you going?
Well, I mean, I already committed to going to the B.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so and thankfully as you continue on and once you step onto the B, the familiar lighting of colors matching this school of magic starts to illuminate and trail off, finishing the word in its entirety. You now see a third fully completed word glowing beneath your feet and a third chain snapping from above.
Hey, look, Talon's got the idea. Come on, the rest of you join in.
You want to grab evocation, Ellis?
Yeah. Oh, where's that? All right, I will. Because I had fun jumping, I will long jump onto the T.
Okay, go ahead and make an acrobatics check or athletics.
Just
Little,
feeling boingy.
sure, it's a little bit of
That
a
one's-
further jump. But yeah, you excitedly jump across the 15 feet, landing on the T of evocation, and as you do, nothing happens.
Oh, shit. I will take one step over onto the eye of evocation.
Perfect. And almost as if realizing it, you watch now as the entire word of evocation faintly glows with its school of magic, a fourth chain snapping off from the top.
And then I will step onto the eye of transmutation.
Yeah, and in succession, it now begins to do the same thing. However, with this fifth chain, you all can hear this low, guttural coming from within the sphere.
I'm sure this won't backfire.
We're about to fight like a. What? What'd you say?
Oh, I was going to say a moment or two passes as you kind of stand there and listen, and you can see now that the chains seem to be pulling, or something seems to be rocking with inside the sphere.
I was just gonna say we're about to fight something nasty, aren't we?
Something alive in there.
Oh, guys, I may just be realizing this now, but are we about to release something that's been trapped here for a really long time because it's super dangerous?
Who knows?
Maybe it's Flume.
Excuse me, Ellis, would you be upset if I said yes? I mean, no.
Well, you know what? I'm in between two things. My hammer hasn't seen like some action in the last half hour, so I'm a little bored. But also I don't want to die. So, trying to decide between the two things here. If you guys are ready, I'm up.
Is the sphere totally opaque? Like there's no. Now that
Um,
it's moved, there's no way we can see into it. There's.
well, so you've never been able to see into the sphere. The sphere appears to be a completely solid piece of metal ball, essentially, almost like a ginormous ball bearing of sorts.
A man after my heart.
However, as these chains begin to snap and release from the sphere, you can see that bits of the metal itself seem to be cracking in places.
All right, lever YOLO, peeps. Let's go for it. Whee!
I step on the conjuration.
Let's step on the
I'll
rest.
I'll jump on enchantment here.
Okay.
And then there's just illusion.
Mm-hmm. And as you guys continue on, the rest of you are still in the hallway. I'm
The rest
making
of
that
you should
clear.
probably come in here.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna move.
step in.
I'm gonna move like right here.
Okay.
In fact, I'm gonna actually move right here.
Okay. Tizio, Perry, are you guys entering the room or are you staying in the hall?
I'll enter the room. Yeah.
Okay. And Perry, where are you going?
So go right here.
Okay. Yeah, and we'll say by now that you guys were able to assess the do's and don'ts of where to touch. And you can see now that another and another in quick succession, these tiles illuminate with the various different amounts of arcane energy. And as you all get ready to step on the last chain, are you guys doing that?
Sure.
Do we want to heal up at all?
Probably.
I heard Tizio was a little beat up.
Where's Tizio?
You
He's
can
right next
see
to me.
you can
Okay.
see now that all
I
the
know.
7 of the 8 chains have been completely severed from this sphere. There's only a single chain dangling directly from the top of the ceiling down onto this ball, and you can see now that it is quivering rather violently.
So before Ellis bolts over to illusion, how banged up is Tizio?
On a scale of 1 through 30 or 0 through 30, I feel like a 20.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna lay on my hands 10 points for you.
I mean,
I hope
If
there's
we-
confetti in this.
if we think what's in it is bad, Perry could solve the problem now by casting heat metal on the sphere.
Yeah, but what if it's not bad?
Well,
If I had a-
then it will
just-
be cooked.
What if this metal doesn't conduct heat?
What?
There's also that.
I do not have a level 2 spell, so like you can just throw that out the window.
Oh, there's that too.
I think we should just go for it. What's the worst that happens?
A TPK
I
in a
will-
new campaign or something?
I'll jump on illusion.
Okay.
Okay.
More characters.
I will take a defensive action.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take a dodge action. Why not?
All right.
I'm sorry, yes, that's what I meant.
Yep.
As Ellis excitedly leaps over and lands on the last tile, you watch as it slowly starts to build brighter and brighter, and the sounds of the rumbling and quaking around you are just, it's a cacophony of echoing sounds. And immediately as it reaches to the last tile on you, Ellis, several things happen simultaneously. Number one, the steel doors that granted you access into this room immediately snap shut behind you. Two, the final chain holding this sphere in place snaps, and I need to Talum to make a dexterity saving throw. as this large, like 40-foot diameter sphere is now falling right above you.
Wait, I didn't realize I was standing under it.
It is like dead center, like here. Like it is
Oh.
dropping. This thing
Well.
was suspended like 50 feet in the air.
I probably wouldn't have stood there if I realized that, but okay.
Fair enough.
With the dodge action, do I get advantage?
Sure.
I feel like that it might. I mean, I might not actually be stretching it with the dodge action. I don't know.
I'll give it to you.
No, yeah, I believe you do get an advantage on it.
Well, not for saving throws, but it's fine. I just want to see what you'd roll. So yeah, so we'll say you're able to dodge out of the way, but this large sphere now crashes into the center of these tiles. Dirt and debris fling up into the air, causing this large cloud of clay and smoke that starts to billow around and swirl. Other than the light sources you guys are currently holding and what originally were the tiles illuminating the place, the entire room goes dark. So aside from your light source and any torches you guys have, you can see the sphere begin to crack and crumble. And within it, you can hear the low guttural sounds get louder and more vicious. And we're going to pick up the session next week, because this will be a very long fight.
Man.
It looks like you do actually get dexterity.
Thank you for posting that. I appreciate that. Noted for the future. That's awesome. But yeah, so as this sphere now cracks into the center of the room, this monstrosity starts to emerge. And as it does, as the shell begins to crack and fall off to the sides, you see it slowly begin to lift up out and almost hover in front of the group of you. That's going to be a good fight.
Does it have a lot of eyes?
It does. It has a lot of stalks.
Hey, we're gonna fight a beholder. We're gonna die.
Well, make a quick perception check.
What for? To see if we're gonna die?
Yes, to see if you wet your
See
pants
if
or
we will
not.
die.
Would that be perception?
What you see in front of you, and I will actually post this in Discord because that's a better way to describe it.
You also had said that all like the lights on the floor, those go out.
Yes, all the tiles that were illuminated have completely shut off.
All right, so it probably means that stepping on magic isn't gonna hurt anything. So we can probably clean up the board.
You never know. We might want to leave it there.
This is what
Yeah.
you see.
Oh, wait, isn't that an undead beholder?
No idea.
Grabbing my monster manual.
No, I used to know what that was, and I don't remember. It was in a D&D campaign I used to watch.
It looks disgusting.
It is extremely disgusting.
Maybe we can call him George and he will be our friend.
Yeah, maybe he's friendly.
Out of game, it is known as a mind witness.
A mind what?
Witness.
That is not creepy at all.
It is when... You know what? I'm not going to tell you. Because that would ruin why he's here.
Exactly.
He's in that ball for witness protection. That's obvious.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Alright, I don't find it real in my monster manual, so...
So, we will find out what happens when you guys end up fighting this creature next week. Hopefully, it was the right decision.
Oh! I know what it is now.
Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, none of your characters have ever even seen or conceived of this kind of thing before. So this would be completely alien to all of you.
I mean, you could assume it's got beholder qualities, and everyone should know what a beholder is. It's a commonly known monster.
Well, I don't know if beholders are commonly known. I'll get back to you on a clarification on that.
I know this might be a kind of a strange question, but how familiar would Ellis be with abjuration, um, like nightmarish type entities such as these?
I will think about that and give you an answer.
Cool, no problem.
I don't like the spells it has access to.
I mean, it's better than a normal beholder.
Well, normal beholder isn't it like a CR 13 or something?
Yeah.
This is only a 5.
Everyone's got lots of spell slots left, right? I have some.
You made me have to use a spell slot on that damn door.
Yeah, you did.
All right. Well, he's fucking ready.
See you guys next week.
Yeah, great session,
All
everybody.
right. Next
Yeah,
week,
cheers all.
peeps.
Yeah, guys. See you next week.
And to everybody watching the stream, I really appreciate the support. Thank you all for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see what our adventuring party does now that they're confronted with this creature. You all have a great night.